Hi everybody, Griffin Cooper here at Ablewaytech. It's November 5th, 2024. Happy election day, and hat tip to Van for mentioning to me about this nice morning hook, SSC pattern and EWW today, the Mexico ETF. So we're going to continue our approach here, looking at these markets from a couple different lenses to kind of see what we can see, kind of this exploratory research. So here we have first, on the 3-minute chart, well, we talk about a GC3 setup. This was like a GC6. It was 6R6s down. So that was a huge sell-off. It, much like the DIA, it actually opened where it closed, which was interesting, and then fell through actually the low of day from yesterday right at the beginning in a few bars. So this was clearly testing something else. It wasn't, it went through that very quickly. The pattern itself was fairly interesting as well. It almost is. It looks very close to a head and shoulders bottom base pattern here, and not only that, but at the bottom it actually had this little mini double bottom, which was really nice. And then we see this kind of advancing soldiers, if you will. That was where the entry was, and then the pullback confirmed it. So some interesting things happened, and the result was massively good. It was about, it would have been a 1, 2, 3, like at least a 3 or 4 hour winner here intraday. Let's move over to the other time frame. So if we look at this kind of from a multi-lens perspective, we can look here now at the 15-minute. Right, if we do multiple factor of 5, we go from 3 to 15. The 15-minute, I'm looking at these from a couple different lenses. This one, just the MAs and the raw candles. And this one, certainly different than the last one. This was not an uptrend in any way, very sideways. And it actually had this weird kind of symmetry of the day before was almost like an inverse of today, which was interesting. It had a big giant move up and then petered out, and then today had this big giant move down. So there was an interesting kind of symmetry there. Don't know what to make of that quite yet, but I'm definitely noting it in the notes. Let's move on now to the 74-minute. We take the 15-minute times that one more time, and we get 74, 75, something like that ish. And this one, there's actually, I'm not just looking at MACD, I'm starting to look at some other momentum indicators as well to see what we can see, particularly on these higher time frames. And here, that double bottom was actually then a positive bullish divergence in the stochastic as well. Using our slow stochastic here, you can see that. So interesting there, right? It made this higher low compared to here, even though it was a lower low on the chart. And this was also different in our last example, clear downtrend, but making this important double bottom, almost a triple bottom. And as well, then if we go out all the way to the daily even, so if we look on the daily, we also see a downtrend as well. And what's interesting here would just be another multiple bottom, right? So we had a double bottom in the 74-minute as well as the daily, both the higher time frames. You could also say here as well in the 15-minute with these two. This was a failed test. So some other interesting things happening there. We'll keep researching these. I find it to be very interesting to kind of see what these other antecedent conditions are before a really good morning hook. And yeah, hope that was interesting. And Griffin Cooper at Ablewaytech. Thanks for watching.